Hello, everyone, and welcome to lesson number 0, I would like to call it, for how to read and write Arabic. This is more like an introduction or overview kind of lesson for what is, the Arabic language, what are the letters in general, and more about like accents and regions and stuff like that. So, before we even start, this image here is all the Arabic letters. We, like, before anything, we read from right to left, so it goes this way. And so the letters will start from here, so alif, ba, ta, tha, blah, blah, blah. And we're gonna take 4 letters at a time. So lesson 1 would be 4 letters, and then 2 would be up to here. So I'm just gonna divide them, and I think at the end of it we're gonna have probably 7 lessons, and then we'll cover all the letters. But before that, I want to say why I think Arabic is easy and at the same time it's complicated. And the thing is, Arabic letters sound the same wherever you put them. So the alif is a wherever you put it, the ha is ha, the sheen is sheen. So you don't find like any words where the sheen suddenly becomes a zain, or because I know in like some languages the O suddenly sounds like an A and you're like, but there's an O, but like no, but in this word it's an A. And in Arabic that case doesn't exist at all. If the letter is ain, then you would read it ain regardless where the location of the letter is in the word. So in my opinion, this is why I think it's easy, because the letters sound the same every single time wherever their location is in the word. Now, why I think it's hard and why I think a lot of people think it's hard is because if we look at the map, I mean, the thing is, I think it's common with other languages too, that like you have this formal language, or like formal, I don't want to say accent, but like a formal type of the language. How do you say this? Like it's just accents. Like there's a lot of accents. There's like a lot of Arabian accents in the Arab world, I would say. I don't know, but like there's an Arabian guy in front of you and he speaks, you can tell from his accent and his choice of words where he's from. So Iraqi guy is gonna sound Iraqi, like he has his own accent and words and language and stuff like that. Well, not language, it's Arabic obviously, but like his choice of words and the way he says things is different. Same thing goes to people from Saudi Arabia, people from Egypt, they have their own accent. So I feel like when you're diving into the language, you're like, okay, I have to choose an accent, or like I have to choose what kind of Arabic I'm gonna speak. And this is not what the course is about. The course is about, we're just gonna go through, or I'm gonna try to go through, because I'm not a language teacher, to be honest. I just speak the language, and so we're just gonna see. I'm just gonna try to help you see the letters and recognize them in the words and try to read them. Like how does the ta look like, and if it's in the word, how to like read it, and stuff like that. So my aim here is not to teach you any how common Arabic, I would say. Like I'm not gonna teach you Iraqi Arabic or Jordanian Arabic, or I don't know. So my focus is actually text. Like if you have an Arabic text and you want to read it, then you'd find it easier. Even if you don't know what it means, at least the winning feeling of like, oh, I just read a word in another language, and I feel really like good about it. And hopefully, like if you're very interested in reading the Quran by yourself, then it's fantastic. I think since it's written in Arabic and it's the language of the Quran and the Holy Book, then you'd also feel really happy that you can read it on your own. So yeah, other than there's like a lot of countries speaking Arabic with their own accent. The formal Arabic is widely understood in all these regions, so these guys are fine. Sudan, the other thing, when it comes to this, Tunis, Algeria, Morocco, I'm not sure about Libya. I don't know much about Libya, but these guys speak a lot of French with their Arabic. So we on this side don't understand what they're saying. So when like a guy from Morocco says something, I'm like, oh my god, that's not Arabic. That really is French, and it's really hard to understand them. But for some reason, which I should have asked, but like they seem to understand what we're saying, and they find it really easy. And I think, I'm not sure, but like I'm from Jordan, okay, and I feel like maybe the words that we use are very close to some of the formal Arabic words, and that's why they tend to understand what we're saying. So that could be it. But like, if you speak French, this is perfect here. Like, you can just speak French here, and I think you'll understand each other. So yeah, the most countries speaking Arabic are on this side. Now Iran does not speak Arabic; they speak Persian. Same thing goes to Turkey; they speak Turkish. I don't know why I had to say that, but like, okay. And yeah, so the other thing I wanted to mention. The thing about learning languages is that you learn them through watching. I feel like watching movies or series or listening to music, and we tend to be not very let me see, exposed. No, we don't have exposure. So like, it's the other way. Like, our culture and our music is not very on a global scale. Like, I don't think a lot of people know Arabian singers or actors, and I don't think we have a lot, to be honest. Like even if we did, we don't publish it on a global scale. Like, I think it's very rare to find like an Egyptian movie with English subtitles. Oh my god, I'm not even sure if that's a thing. But people who don't speak Arabic, they watch these series and movies, and they're really hard to find something that's subtitled in English. But it's really easy for us, like in the Arabian world, to see movies from everywhere, and it's translated in Arabic, and we're fine. So I think, yeah, like, if you want to hear Arabic music, it sounds nice, but like, I don't know if it's hard to find is the word, but like, I don't think we're very out there, especially movies, or even literature. I mean, wow. I feel like a lot of European countries, the literature is very widely spoken about. So like Russian literature, when we say like Dostoevsky, Pushkin, people know who these people are. But like, maybe in Arabic we have Najib Mahfouz, maybe, or Ili Abu Madi. And I mean, unless you're really interested in Arabic literature, you're gonna read them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's my opinion. I could be very wrong about this, but I don't think the Arabian language is that widely sought after because it's very complex. But I think it's possible if you like really study hard and try to understand Arabic. Now, I'm not gonna explain any Arabic grammar because that's crazy. That's a very I remember like crying in school because the grammar is so hard. And I'm just gonna teach you how to read and write Arabic. I'm sorry if you wanted to learn grammar. It's not here. I can't. Even if I wanted to, I don't think I'll be able to succeed in it. So that's like just me blabbing about, an overview about the language and the accents and stuff like that. So, okay, let's start with the letters and a lot of notes about Arabic letters before we start. So this is only an overview. We're not gonna do any actual writing. I mean, you can like hold a pen and paper and try to just copy with me, but like 4 letters will have their own lessons, so you can write them slowly and try to find them. Like I have this idea of actually finding these letters in text. So I have like, okay, let's just go here. I have like a few, PDF books where it's in Arabic. So like before we even start, look, we start going this way. So this is something you have to get used to. We don't read that way like English. We read this way. So we start here, going there, like this. This is how we read in Arabic. So I have like here, this is some poetry. We're gonna just, at the end of all the lessons, hopefully we can just, try to read it really, really slow, like kindergarten style, where you just, try to recognize the letters and read a little by little. And yeah, so like at the end of each lesson, after 4 letters, we're just going to try to find these letters in the PDFs. So I have also another book, but I'm more into I don't know which one I'm gonna choose, but like one of those, we're just gonna try to go through the letters that we learn. The other thing is, in Arabic, it's really important. So we just need one line in Arabic, so our letters will sit on. So like the alif, which is the first letter basically, so this letter here. So if you want to write it, it has to be on top of the line. So this is your line and it goes up here. Now, unless you're doing calligraphy, you need like more than a bunch of lines, but we're not doing calligraphy, I hope. And we're just gonna like try to just recognize the letters. So like, let's say the other letter, ba, we're just gonna write ba. It has to be on the line. You can't do ba under the line. This is wrong. This is really wrong. Or now I wouldn't recommend doing it this way, but like try to stick to how I write it during the lesson. And yeah, I think you'll understand why at some point. I don't know. But like it's really important to understand where your letters sit on the line. The other thing, we have letters that connect. So, and we have letters that they stand alone, I think. Yeah, well, no, this is not how you said. Depending on where the letter is located on the word, or in relation to the letters before and after, some of them connect, some of them don't. So that's what I'm trying to say. So like, let's choose one letter for the sake of it. Let's say Nun. This letter here. So this is Nun, N. So Nun, when it stands alone, it looks like this, Nun. But when it's in the middle of the word and there's a letter before it that connects, so you have to draw the connection first, and then your Nun, and then if it connects to another letter after it, then you have to draw the other connection. So it connects from here and here, both sides. I hope that makes sense. But let's say it connects only from one side, so connection, and then it stops. So you have to draw the Nun in full. Now I'm gonna explain this a bit more in other, like while we're learning the word, but like make note that some letters, depending on where they are in the word, or their location in the word, have to connect. Like you can't draw, okay, so not like English, like you just write, let's say, I don't know, apple, whatever. Like that, nothing connects. But like in Arabic, you have to. So I'm gonna write apple in Arabic. So tufaha is apple. So here they have to connect. You cannot write t and then fa and then a and then ha and then like that. We don't have that in Arabic. We don't, like, the word is a word because the letters connect to each other. Yeah, so that's also something you have to take note of. The other thing is we have something called harakat. And harakat is sometimes, now this is where grammar starts killing you, but yeah, whatever. Let's say ba. We'll choose ba now. So I'm gonna write ba 4 times. Ba. So sometimes it's ba, like with a very soft A. Sometimes it's bu, with a very soft O, and this is how we represent it. Bu. And sometimes it's B, with a very soft E, and this is how we represent it. And sometimes B, like there's no, it doesn't have a, like it's a very silent B, like ib. There's no ba or boo or B, you know? So like that. So, and we draw it, we either don't draw anything on it, or sometimes there's a circle. Like it depends, I guess, on who's writing it. I think. Let's make it smaller. So this is what we call harakat. So sometimes, like if you look here in the book, like here you don't see any little tiny, okay, maybe this, that's a fatha, we call it fatha. So the letter has to be a with an a ending. But like it's, you don't find it that much. So most books in Arabic, especially the modern ones, they don't show any harakat, because I don't know. But like here you can see them a lot. Like we have these letters, the main ones, and then here it shows you how you read it. So ka, li, la, ka, you know, ayamu with a u. So we'll get to this. I mean, this is just a note, but we're gonna go through it, I think in lesson 8, I think, probably. So yeah, just a note that it does make it easier for you if you're a beginner, because for us we can just, like, you know, I don't know, guess that this is how you're gonna read it, like without these harakat, we're fine. But if you're a beginner, this is very perfect because it shows you how to read it. And the Quran, this is insanely important. And it has harakat. I don't know if I've seen a version without it, but this is really, really important, the Quran, because it shows one of the miracles of the book, that it's very specific about its word choice and its grammar, and how the word is written, and all the very small details in the book. So that's that for the harakat. What else am I gonna say? How about, I was thinking about maybe writing all the letters at once without connections, just so, you know, you'll have a tiny little bit of confidence, like you can write maybe a bit of Arabic. We'll write all the letters again once we're done, hopefully, inshallah, at the end of it. So let's just, you know, for the fun of it, try to write all the letters, and then we can start seriously in the next lesson. So yeah, grab your pen. Here we go. Alif, ah. So it goes like this. Ah. Sometimes you will see it with a hamza, but that's never mind. So let's just say, let's just do the general ones. So ba. So this is how ba looks like. Ba. Ta. Same like ba, with 2 dots. Fa. 2, 3. Jim. Ha. Kha. Dal. Dal. Ra. Zain. Sin. Sheen. 1, 2, 3. I had to like remember. Okay. Sad. Dad. Pa. Va. Ain. Ghain. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Lam. Mim. Noon. Yeah, it's a bit far, but okay, whatever. Ha. Wow. Yeah. There's this extra one. I don't know, but it's Hamza. It's an sound, so this is just something on the side. I don't even consider it a letter, but I've seen it written so many times. I don't know why. Never mind. So the harakat, this is a, and then u, and then I. It goes down there, I, and then sukun, which is nothing. There's an extra one that looks like this, but this is another story. This is let me see if I can find it somewhere. Ah, there. Let's zoom in. How can you zoom in? Whoops, too much. Here. It's not very clear. Here. It's under the U. And I'll explain later why. What is this? But just so you know, just a note, this exists. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So next time we're gonna go through the first four. So this here. Whoops. This. I'll choose another color. One sec. These guys. And we'll write them slowly, and I'll try to explain the English equivalent, and we'll try to find them in our text. So till next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on lesson 1.